All right, we are live. All right, we're live. What's up, guys? John Sintez here, Cutternation podcast number 34, the lucky number, my favorite number of all time. Shout out to Mom, because every time she sees 34, she takes a picture and sends it to me. But first, you guys know, check out my website. You can get, I don't have any hats in stock, but you can get my awesome gear. Live your dream, live or die by your best pitch, throw hard. I've got hoodies. I've got all kinds of awesome stuff in there. Don't forget also to check out new sponsor of the show, Can Nutrition, with their Pro Food chocolate, a complete vitamin, awesome chocolate protein. Also, I'm endorsing their creatine because you can't ever have enough of that in your life. No, it won't stunt your growth. No, it won't get you hurt. You're fine. It's more readily available than red meat. Why not supplement it? Go ahead. And then for my focus, don't forget my Focus Fix stuff, these little like pick me up sticks. I love them. This one's the blueberry pomegranate, so that's pretty delicious there. But without further ado, let's get in here. Ryan Fitzgerald from Goat Baseball, or Goat Gloves, whatever you want to call it. Ryan, what's up? Welcome to the show. How you doing, man?
Good. Thank you for having me.
No problem, man. It's been a while. You and I have followed each other for a long time. A year, two? I'm not even sure, really.
I think 2 years. You were one of the original people that followed Goat, I think, way back, ended like 2016.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah.
It's great to see you blow up and come all the way to here, and I love the setup behind you. We got the beanie, we got the hoodie,
yeah,
we got batting gloves up there,
we got all the baseball gloves. Yeah,
sure.
We got them all.
Yeah, that's nice. That's a great setup right there. I'm super jealous.
Yeah, no doubt.
So can you the history of Goat and where it started from, and tell everybody about yourself?
Yeah, definitely. So Goat was really kind of an underdog brand, kind of like me and my story through baseball. When I graduated Creighton University, I didn't get drafted. And I'm sure a lot of people go through that, where it's like, baseball, baseball's your life.
I didn't get drafted.
Like, what do you do? And so I was like, and I got a finance degree from Creighton, and I was like, man, I really don't want to put that to use yet. I know I can still play. But in the meantime, I was like, I got to do something. So I started Goat. And the inspiration actually came from my mom, who she used to send me these like daily affirmations every day in college. And she's like, whatever, this, that, all this positive stuff. And at the end, she would say, you are the GOAT. So that's kind of where the name came from. And then obviously, it stands for greatest of all time. And so, yeah.
when did you ever hear GOAT first?
Michael Jordan.
Michael Jordan, nice.
Yeah, Michael. Yeah. I'm from Chicago, so Michael Jordan definitely was the first.
Makes total sense. Shout out to Mom there for the inspiration.
Oh, I know. I don't know what I'd do without her, right?
Yeah.
But so the account actually started out as like a glove account. How you've seen those on Instagram. I looked up to guys like Jay McAvoy, and I'm trying to think who else. The Glove Bros. I tried to become like one of them, and then I was like, man, maybe I could sell a hat or something. So it all started with a hat, and then we're here 2 years later selling, shirts, batting gloves, hoodies, all of it. So
sick. That's awesome. Yeah. I might have to get myself some batting gloves from you.
Yeah, definitely.
I got to get some Valma guys. Maybe we can get some Valma bats over to you too, and get a little Valma Gold glove going. Have you seen those beautiful sticks? They're amazing.
I saw on I watched your last podcast. You said you had like 6 of them that you were selling.
Yeah. I just haven't put the details out on from you. It's on my list of many things to do. When you go on Thanksgiving vacation and everything stacks up because you're not allowed to be on. Yeah, that was me. Not allowed to do any work. We get to Sunday. I got to go have queso Sunday, go pitch in my little league in Mexico, and then come back. And next thing you know, it's awesome. Monday, frantic, get caught up.
So cool.
Well, that's great, dude. I mean, the logo is awesome. The story's awesome. So let's get into your playing career a little bit. When you're at Creighton, what position were you? Middle infield, corner guy?
Yeah, middle infield. I played short my first 2 and second my last 2 years there.
Yeah, sick. So where are you now? Where are you in the baseball world right now?
The Boston Red Sox signed me back in May, so I played in their low A team last year, and so far as I know, I'm headed back next year.
Awesome. That's great, man. Congratulations. So signed as a free agent.
Yeah.
How'd that go about?
I played for the Gary South Shore Railcats in 2017, the independent ball team, the American Association. And that, I mean, man, that's a whole. Yeah, you played indie ball, didn't you?
I did. I was in the Pecos League
Yeah.
and I was in the American Association for about 2 weeks.
What team in the American Association?
I was in Winnipeg.
Okay, yeah, that's a good place to be. But yeah, I had no idea what indie ball was. I mean, that's a whole other world out
It
there.
is. It
Like,
really is.
yeah, and when I tried, like, I was like, oh, I didn't get drafted. Like, I'll just go play independent ball, and I'll get picked up that way. And I'm trying to go. I live in Chicago, so there's like, I don't know, 5 teams within an hour of me. I'm going to all these teams asking them if I can play for them. They're like, no, like you're good, but you don't have any pro experience. I was like, how the hell am I supposed to get pro experience? Like, this is independent ball. Like, I was so just like discouraged. And then finally, Greg Taggart, the manager of the Railcats, said, we'll give you a shot. And he had me come out to spring training. He actually told me, he's like, yeah, we were fully expecting on cutting you after spring training, but like you gave us no choice but to keep you. And I started in I think 86 of the 100 games or whatever, so it all turned out good. But
That's
it's
awesome.
crazy.
Congratulations. What position were you?
Shortstop.
Oh, you're the guy. You're the main guy. Oh,
the guy.
okay.
I was the guy.
old butter hands over there.
Yeah.
You gotta get out,
Yeah.
That's awesome. So, do you have any stories from indie ball? I've got a million. I know that everybody's got. Let's do. I like to do like a tier system. So let's start with the really good story. Let's get the feel good story. Let's go to the funny story, and let's go to the not so funny story.
You go first. I got to think about this. You give me one of yours so I can kind of play off yours.
So, I played in the Pecos League. I actually went to when I started my career. I got hurt. I'm not sure if you know this. I got hurt my senior year of college. I broke my elbow. It took me 3 years and 2 surgeries to get all the way back. So a lot of my training methods and everything right here come from my history of getting myself back, and I got all the way back to 96. Oh, wow. So first year, go have a family friend who is the manager of, or a family friend of a friend or friend of a brother or whatever it is. Anyway, who's a manager up in Lake Erie in the Frontier League.
Yep.
Go all the way the last day. Super pumped. Think that I'm on the team because I haven't given up a hit, haven't given up a run, and I've struck out at least one guy an inning in like 10 innings all spring training, right? Last day, and hey man, nice to know you. I'm like, what? What do you mean? And they're like, oh well, we liked you, but same thing. We weren't really anticipating signing you. We actually have 2 guys coming back who are hurt. We're going to start one on the DL and the other guy. If you want to hang around for 3 weeks to see what, if anything happens, you can. I go, what do you mean hang around? And they're like, well, you would still come out to practice, but you just would kind of be on reserve until something happened. I was like, so wait, I'm not going to play. And I'm not going to get paid.
Dude, I get paid.
And I'm just going to be here? Yeah.
And you're going to eat the deli meat in the locker room for the next 3 weeks.
Yeah.
PB&Js.
So it gets even better that I head on over to the Pecos League from there because they call me like an hour after I leave the place. Like completely, by the way, that was the first baseball experience after 3 years, 2 surgeries, all kinds of physical therapy. I do everything possible that I can, and then you get the shaft. I'm like,
it's demoralizing.
I'm like, what in the world? So I'm sitting there like trying to figure out what the hell do I do?
Yeah.
Go get some food, and then they call me like, hey, we found a job. You want to go? And so I like drove home from Ohio to Florida, and was like trying to the whole time was like, what is this about? This is this is probably 2014, 2013, something like that.
Holy cow.
And yeah, so it was a very interesting situation to say the least. It
Yeah,
It was so.
I have a similar story, but mine came out obviously a little better. But yeah, when I was with the Railcats in spring training, it was my first pro experience, and they do very very old school things there. Like in spring training, we got to run a timed mile. It's just like, well, it doesn't really tell you what kind of shape you're in, but whatever, I'll run a mile. I don't care.
Yeah.
But yeah, I was the youngest guy in the league. Like I was one of the youngest guys. I was 22, and I think the average age in the league is like 28. And so at spring training, I'm seeing all these like dudes come in with like their Marlins bag, their Yankee, like they're all playing all their affiliate teams bags. I was like, oh man, like I'm in for it. Like these guys are good. And so like we were doing live pitching, live hitting, but like no fielders. It was just like a sim game kind of. And I'm facing their ace, and I go down like 0-2. I'm like kind of shaking a little bit because this guy's from Venezuela, and he's like dicing everybody. 0-2, foul off a couple pitches, and then boom, like connected with one off the top of the wall. If you played in Gary, right?
No. Nope.
It is a graveyard. Like it's
what
right
I
on the
hear,
lake.
though.
Yeah, right on the lake. They call it the Gary Graveyard. Like it's so hard to hit home runs. I thought I had it. I'm all stoked off the wall, but regardless, I was like all happy about it. But from then on, I went off during spring training. I think I hit like 400 something, like 2 home runs. Like we only played, I don't know, 5 games. Like I was crushing, and it was the last day of spring training. And I'm on my way home. I'm like halfway home. I live an hour from Gary, so I just lived at home. I'm on my way home. I'm getting a phone call from my manager, and so I pick up the phone and drive. He's like, "Hey, can I talk with you?" And I was like, "Yeah, sure." And I thought I was getting picked up. My first thought was like, "Oh, like I've been crushing spring training. Like I'm going to an affiliate team." And so I drive back like all happy and stoked, and I marched into his office, and he's like, can you sit down? And then like from then on, as soon as he told me to sit down, I was like, man, like this isn't good. So I sat down, and he's like, yeah, you had like a really good spring training. Like I've talked to some of your old coaches and our hitting coach here, and he's like, I think we're gonna give you a chance. And I'm sitting there like, give me a chance. I was like, I dominated. Like I tore it up. What? Give me a chance. I was like, I'm your best infielder. So he's like, and that's when he told me, he's like, yeah, he's like, we weren't sure about you. We really weren't planning on keeping you, but you really have left us with no choice. And I didn't know where I stood. I was like, okay, well, at least I'm on the team. Maybe I'll be a backup player or whatever, which I didn't care. I was like, let me just get in, and then when I get an opportunity, I'll take advantage of it. And our opening game was in St. Paul, Minnesota at CHS Field, where I think they have the best draw out of all minor league fans everywhere.
Yeah, they do. Yeah.
Yeah. First game that he puts me in the starting lineup at short, I was hitting like 6th or 7th, and there were 17,000 fans. And I'm like standing at short, like looking around, like this is incredible at independent ball. So yeah, that was my story. Just crazy stuff about dominating, and then like people having their opinions before you even can show them anything.
Yeah. I agree. I got what I call big league. I'm sure you know what that means. But when I was down in Mexico, if you have such a small window of error, especially as a pitcher, because there's so many guys down there when they have what's called import rules, where you can only have so many guys from outside the country play there.
Yeah, international.
And dude, the biggest stadium, so the most amount of fans I've ever pitched in front of was 60,000 in the All-Star game, where I was the closer. And here's another good one for you. I was the closer in the All-Star game in a tie game 3-3 in the bottom of the 9th inning for the home team. Okay. I come jogging in, and I'm like, man, this is nuts. Like from the bullpen, I'm the last guy in the pen for me the bullpen coach and the bullpen catcher.
Yeah.
Oh, lonely old me. They radio down before. They're like, we're not quite sure if we're going to play the other inning. If they go up or if we score or something. I don't remember what happens. Oh, yeah, if we score I don't know. Anyway, it doesn't matter. And so I'm like, I'm not even 100% sure I'm going to go in. Not to mention 2 days before that, had my first start of the season because our number 5 guy went down. So they tried to write me out of the All-Star game. They tried to go, you know what? You probably can't throw. So we're not going to put you on the roster, on the ballot. And I went, what? I was like, well, can I
Yeah,
go? Like, I
that's
mean,
brutal.
I know, because like in the winter ball in Mexico, it's there's 60,000 in the stands. It's a
Hmm.
big deal, you know.
Yeah. Oh
There's
yeah.
a home run derby. It's all televised. It's big. It's their biggest big league down there,
Yeah.
right?
Definitely. Definitely. Yeah.
So come in the
That's
game,
crazy.
first guy, chopper over my head in the middle of nowhere, like behind the mound, right? Like, okay, no big
Yeah.
deal.
Nothing you can do.
Next guy, 0-2, get him to foul ball over to third base. My third baseman slips on the lip to gravel warning track, and the ball falls. I'm like, okay, no big deal. No big deal, right? Next pitch, flare over the first baseman in the infield, by the way. So much so the second baseman runs behind him and gets it. The ball doesn't leave the infield. So we got first and second, right?
That's
And the whole thing is like, here's what I'm thinking. I'm like, these guys are about to bunt in the ninth inning, no outs in the All-Star game. That's the only thing I can think of, right?
yeah.
So I
Yeah.
end up getting lucky and striking a dude out. And I'm like, okay. But when I strike a guy out, the 0-2 pitch kind of gets away from the catcher a little bit, and the guy
Oh
advances
boy.
to third. So we got one out, first and third.
Okay, so you still
Very
got the
next,
double play in order.
right? Still got the double play in order. Perfect cutter inside, break his bat, slow roller to second base. They beat out the throw to first. We lose. I literally walked off the field, was like, did I just lose and the ball didn't leave the infield? Like, what the hell just happened? Did I just lose the game? I get booed. Off the field, walking off the field in the All-Star game.
Your fault. Yeah, that's crazy. That's crazy, man. Unreal.
I wasn't, all the coaches were like, hey, it's baseball. I'm like, I know, but it still sucks. Like,
Yeah,
you can say it's baseball till you're blue in the face, but it doesn't change the fact that it sucks when that happens,
Yeah, no, I hear you for sure. Damn.
Yeah. So you've been to Gary, right? Now you're in the Red Sox organization. What's the difference? Let's go all three levels. Creighton, big time D1.
Mm-hmm.
Creighton, Gary, Red Sox organization. What do you feel the difference is between the three?
Professionalism, I think. And I know it's a broad term, I guess more specifically. Honestly, I thought I only played at single A, so I played a lot of young kids who haven't really found their stride, I guess you could say. But I think playing at Gary was huge for me because of all the veterans that were around. I mean, the professionalism there was like all-time high. There's guys, that are 32 in there that have been through affiliate organizations, played up through AAA, some of them in the MLB. And then when I got to Boston, they sent me to extended spring training for a month, and then I went to the low A team in South Carolina. And that league, I think the average age was like 20, 21. I'm 24, so like, I'm the old guy, and I could see like a lot of like the things that I guess I did at that age that I had to learn quick. I was 22 in a 28-year-old locker room with Gary, and then for Creighton, it was, I mean, very structured. I think more structured than most colleges. That's just how it's run over there. It's very like militaristic, I guess you could say.
Hate that. I absolutely hate that.
I know. I don't like it either, but I think it was good for me in some ways. Like defensively, that we're known for defense there. I think led the nation. We did lead the nation my sophomore year, but we were like top 5 my other 3 years there, and they've always been perennially good defensively. And I think that comes from, again, just like the drilling that we do in practice, and it's just like can't make mistakes. But yeah, that's that was the big difference I saw. It's just the way people carry themselves and the professionalism.
Yeah. Go to the American Association and then the big leagues. That's the biggest thing that I noticed between all the different levels was the organization, the structure, the other guys that didn't, and same thing with me. I picked up real fast where, I kind of had a little bit of an idea because I had other buddies that had played affiliated and indie ball and kind of had told me, hey, this is kind of the way you want to do it. I reached out to them after, not playing for 3 years, but hey, I'm going into this. You got any tips for me? I'm always trying to learn stuff from guys. So, I'm an old guy too. So don't, you said old at 24 and I wanted I wanted to come through the screen. Look, I'm 32, man. Like,
I know.
So I'm going to come at you, Those are fighting words. No, I'm just kidding, So
I know what you're saying though. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it's how you feel, I don't really, even nowadays, people ask me, they're like, why do you still play or this and that? And I'm just like, it's fun. Like now it's so much. And playing off your military thing, for me, it's so much more fun to play the game when you know that you're the only one for your actions.
Yeah.
Like if I don't do my work, whether I'm in season or out of season, I know I'm not going to go out and do my thing. Like, for example, a week ago, I played in a tournament, a pre-Thanksgiving tournament in the middle of Mexico. Got driven an hour and a half from the border. I never freak out about that because it's not bad. Like all the hype to everything. They're the nicest people. What they really enjoy, which is kind of cool, is live sports. They have everything televised just like we do for their country, but they would rather go. They would rather be there, watch the game, do everything.
It's a culture.
Yeah, exactly. So the passion for games in general is just so much. I mean, we're going in a random thing going on for 10 years now is what they were saying. There's only 4 teams in the tournament. We had like 2,000 people in the stands.
That's awesome.
Just random in Mexico,
That's good.
So through great, didn't touch a ball all week for Thanksgiving break. Went back to the league that I played in. Threw terrible. Threw absolutely terrible. Had vacation, didn't even touch a ball, and the guys are looking at me like, are you okay? I'm like, yeah, I'm fine. I just didn't touch a ball since last Saturday. Like sorry, we won the game. It wasn't pretty. I didn't strike out 100 dudes, but it happens. It's not that big a deal. And they were like, well, we just want to make sure you're not hurt,
Yeah. Talking about the culture thing too. I was just in Puerto Rico actually. Let's see, about a month ago now. I was working with a nonprofit organization there called More Than a Game, and we went to a professional game there, and I'd never been to a game like that before. Just horns going off and people banging stuff. I was like, man, like they got to bring this to the States. This is fun.
Dude, I try to tell everybody that's never been to Mexico. So the way they rank the leagues, by the way, like how Dominican Republic, Puerto Rico, Mexico is the same way, but Mexico has the most money in the stadiums and the atmosphere. So like that 60,000 person stadium that I pitched in front of was modeled, I think after, it's modeled after, no, it's not. There's another ballpark that's modeled after Old Yankee Stadium with the white, the white pickets. That's in Monterrey. You know where they did the Dodgers Mexico game this year in season at Buehler? That's in Monterrey. That's actually modeled after Old Yankee Stadium.
No way.
Yeah, it's sick. It's sick. I mean, double deckers, full on cathedrals there of baseball stadiums. But anyway, that's the way that place was in Obregon. Brand new facility.
Awesome.
It's an unbelievable thing. But that's what their thing is. And I try to tell everybody, if you've ever been to a college basketball game where it's like just like SDSU or someone crazy, it's like that in baseball the whole game.
The
whole game.
It's crazy. I'm actually going to be posting a video either today or tomorrow of my trip to Puerto Rico, and I got some footage from that game. It's just so loud, the horns just.
Trust me, I got "Gringo Sucks" chanted to me on the road through the whole time I was pitching, and in Puerto Rico, you at least they don't play the music like they do in Mexico. In Mexico, they play the music all the way until even when I start my motion, they don't stop the music till my leg gets to the top. And then it's hard cuts, right? After it hard cuts, then you throw the pitch. As soon as the catcher catches it, the music's right back on again. And it's not just like, it's not horns and stuff like that. It's like club music. It could have been You're getting it. And it's so much more fun. Like, I totally understand the NBA mindset of like playing sick beats for that 10-second period that they take the ball up the court.
Right,
That's pretty much all they do the entire game.
Yep.
At any game. So if anybody has a chance to go to a game in Mexico, do it, because you'll have so much more fun instead of the graveyard I went to in Petco over here in San Diego, where I was going to shoot myself. So bad. Oh my God, it's so bad. It's so bad.
That's funny.
I'll rip the Padres real quick. Went to a game. Let me rip the Padres. I went to a game. Yeah. They played the walkout songs on an accordion. I almost walked out.
Oh God.
It was supposed to be like this special thing, and they were like, "Yeah, here we go." And then it was like they were playing. Somebody's walkout was PIMP from 50 Cent, and like the way it went on the accordion, like, like it was so bad. I was like, "Who let this happen?
Yeah,
who in the world let this happen?"
Yeah, of all the things they could do to make baseball better, more fun, they chose that.
Yeah.
That's brutal.
Yeah. Let me listen to this terrible music with my $9 beer. Thank you.
Yeah, exactly.
Jeez.
That's crazy.
That's awesome. All right, so you're in the Red Sox stuff. We got some Goat Glove stuff, and you got anything else going on there? Maybe some Twitch. I think you're a Fortnite guy, or not?
Yeah. I stream every now and then. Some Fortnite. My main games are Fortnite and Rainbow Six Siege. So I play on those two. I'm not, bigger. I'm not like, I don't consider myself to be good. I'd say entertaining at the most.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's you game at all? You get into that?
I used to. So I was telling everybody, now I'm an old guy. I'm just too busy right now, really. Really. I've got so many things going on crazy. I got lucky enough when I was in college, how I survived, by the way. When I was in college, a roommate, pretty big gamer, tech guy, whatever, he got free the Call of Duty 1 codes, the beta codes.
Oh, wow.
So our whole team had them. And I'm talking, I dreamt Call of Duty. Like, it was crazy. We would play, and in the beta, he got us into some level of beta for all of us to where they were like testing ideas of games. So we would play in matches that had 50 people or 40 people or 100, because they wanted to see how the servers would go up against it. So like, you thought Call of Duty was nuts now, or like how it is. Imagine like, it was a zoo. Like, I remember they were like messing with game types. Like, it was grenade launchers and tanks or something like that. And then there were only half as many. It was like set up like dodgeball. It was crazy. It was like,
so you got to see things that never got released.
Yeah, exactly. It was
cool.
Nuts. It was
actually really cool.
It was really fun. Like, there was they put like, I think our favorite game that we got to play was, I think they had 10 guys on a team, but they only had 5 tanks. And the tanks were positioned in the middle of the map. Yeah. So it was a race to get a tank.
Get to the tanks, yeah.
And then kind of control it from there. So I mean, I was a nerd. I was a nerd gamer. I was on there. Now I'm just too busy, and I have the Fortnite app downloaded. I can't open it up. I'm just way too busy to get in there. And
the mobile's tough. Mobile's hard.
I know, right? I'm so much better on the sticks anyway,
Yeah, you gotta get on the stick.
All right, cool. Well, I don't want to keep you too much longer. I mean, we've had a good time. Why don't you tell it? You got anything new coming out as far as gear wise or anything?
Yeah, actually, I got some stuff here. If you don't mind me moving the camera on you,
let's do it. Our first tour of the Goat.
Yeah, maybe we give you a little tour of the place.
Yeah.
You can see all the stuff here.
Yeah. Look, I love the did you steal a mannequin from Nike over there? Did you?
No, I bought those. Okay. Yeah, that would be some minor league shit right there, though, right?
There he is. There he is right there. Yeah.
Yeah, that's the guy right there. How's it going, buddy? Sorry. That's great. There's it's pretty much the office there.
That's great.
Oops, I think there we go. Turn the camera on.
That's all right.
Yeah, we got some new batting gloves coming out. These are coming out soon. Here. Okay,
here you go, guys. First drop.
These are coming out.
Those are sick.
Yeah, these. So our batting gloves are mostly. I like a thicker batting glove.
I do too.
Yeah, I hated ripping my gloves and then like having to pay, 50, $60 to get a new pair. So I tried to find the thickest I could get, and keep it cheap. They're $25. Right now they're 20 for I'm doing like a Cyber Monday, Cyber Week, I guess you could call it. But
All
yeah,
right,
we
put me
got
down.
some
Put me down. I'm
some new
building.
hats.
Oh yeah, sick. So right now
Sure.
I'm in the process of in between houses. I'm staying with the in-laws. We're saving up. My fiance and I are going to buy a house. But
Okay.
when we get our house, I'm going to get that Gary V wall. Have you seen his wall that he
Oh
has
yeah,
behind?
yeah, definitely, definitely. Yeah, he's got all this stuff on it.
I like, I'll definitely send me a link after this and I'll buy some batting gloves from you. But I got some Hit Factory jogger pants.
Yeah,
Like,
definitely. Yep.
I just think we have a really good group of there's what's cool about the internet and Instagram is the quality of people. Like I meet you, we've never
Yeah,
chatted before until now, and
yeah,
it just seems like there's a lot of nice people out there that have run into issues, just like you said, like you couldn't find batting gloves that you enjoyed, and so you solved the problem. That's
yeah,
awesome.
yeah.
I couldn't find bands 5 to 8 years ago at all anywhere.
Really?
And so I jumped on selling those with Jager that long ago, and I've just
Yeah,
been killing it since. Now
yeah,
I kind of
yeah.
sell them and Silverback and some other guys too.
Mhm,
The weighted
mhm.
balls, but it's the same thing. Like the education, like some kids may not even know that your gloves are thicker and they'll last longer and more durable.
Right, right.
We need to talk about that marketing strategy. We got to let
Yeah,
people know.
yeah. I know. Yeah, that's the thing too. Like, it's tough running it like full time when I'm playing in season too, because it's like I'm the only guy running it.
I hear
Um,
you. Me
so
too,
like,
dude. Me
yeah, it's
too.
tough, but it's worth it. It's a good time
Yeah,
for
that's why I
sure.
like to do stuff like this, like and do a podcast. Like
Yeah.
this podcast is live; it's already being broadcast on YouTube. I don't have
Oh,
to
okay.
edit it. I don't have to edit
Yeah,
it.
that's
It'll
nice.
it'll process and be up. So,
Oh, that's awesome. Can I
so
can I repost this on my YouTube? Is that how I don't even
I
really
don't.
know how YouTube works, but
I think you would have to download it and then do it, but yeah, you
okay.
could for sure.
Okay.
So
Yeah,
we'll
I
talk
might do
about that
that.
afterwards. I'll show you how to do that, all
All
that
right.
stuff. Why don't you just tell everybody where they can find you real quick, where you're located? Do we have obviously is that the goat shop right there? Is that the official
It's
storefront?
the offices. We don't have a brick and mortar yet, but yeah, no, I the only time I ever bring this stuff out is I do some clinics around the area, so I'll bring a bunch of stuff and set up stuff for people to buy. But yeah, you can find me Instagram at goat_gloves website. Actually, we got a new website underway. It's going to be goatbsbl.com. Currently, it's goatbsbl.weebly.com. But soon, I'm trying to get that out before spring training, so I don't have to worry about that. But yeah, that's where you can find me.
Right on, right on. Okay, all right, guys. Well, go check him out. Go on his website. I'll put the information of his stuff in the description of the video. Really appreciate you coming on, man. It was a blast. Hang on, off air. We'll chat a little bit more. Guys, don't forget, support the little man. Support the guys like Ryan here that's got some awesome products. I love the hoodie. I'm a big gray black fan too. Obviously, you can
Oh
tell
yeah,
right here what we're
oh
doing
yeah,
here.
yeah. We gotta get you a hoodie to match you.
Hey man, hey, listen. Well, that is a quality hoodie, by the way.
Yeah.
I am in, by the way.
Oh,
It's getting chilly over here in San Diego, so
oh, you want to talk about chili? It's like 25
yeah.
here in Chicago.
I use chili gingerly.
Oh yeah.
All right, cool. So guys, don't forget, go check out Brain Armor. Get some of their focus factors. Definitely going to help you in school or working, training. We got our certified athletic pro food. Kind of tripped me out the first time I was talking to him about it, but love this stuff. It's delicious. And then they also got their protein. Don't forget that. Go check out my online store. Grab yourself one of these awesome tri-blend teas. Live your dream. Strikeout season. I got all kinds of new stuff coming out. I think the new one I'm going to make is strikeouts get you paid with the money sign. So you just got to understand. I'm trying to fight the fight, by the way, because all you dudes in the hitting world love the bombs, the bat flips, elevate and celebrates. You got all those great hitting shirts, and we got just a couple pitching shirts. So I'm trying to do my part to the pitching world to get us back in there on some good stuff, you know. So, all right, well, guys, I appreciate it. Thanks again. Signing off. If you need anything else, let us know. But one last thing, don't forget, throw hard.